Would you ride public or solo on the Hurricanes taking the ACC title and get back to college football royalty? I'll start with you, Trysta, on this one. Ride the public or go a little solo?
Oh, I think it's solo for me, Mario. Absolutely cannot believe. Even though Miami's, like, this is the most talented Miami has been since Mario Cristobal has gotten there, they are stacked at all these different positions. They have Ryan's favorite quarterback for Heisman and Cam Ward. Like, we've got a lot to be excited about. You still steal Damian Martinez. So there's like all things to like. And obviously Mario Cristobal has been trying to build this team up. But I can't believe in Mario Cristobal. I know the defensive line's going to be good. I know the offensive line's going to be good. That's what he does. He was the O-line coach at Alabama. That's what he did when he went to Oregon. But, like, no, there's no chance Miami's winning the ACC. Ryan, how many times have we been talking about Miami to win the ACC? How many years now?
2 of the last 3 years. We bet them plus 625, thinking there would be a good hedging opportunity. We believed in Tyler Van Dyke, who's now at Wisconsin, just won the starting job there. I think you actually just said it right there. Like, I am all in on Miami, and I did bet Cam Ward 20-1, and I love Damian Martinez. They have 3 starters back on the O-line. Love the skill position players. Really deep wide receiver room for the first time in a long time. Defense, ton of transfers, some returning production too. And I even like the schedule. You got Louisville October 19th, and you have Florida State. And you get Florida State at home October 26th. So I really like the schedule in the ACC. But the one thing that does scare me and scares the hell out of me anytime I bet anything Miami, even if it's just a pre-flop, live bet, go to the window, buy this ticket to win the ACC again, it's Mario Cristobal. I can't get it out of my head, man. I even remember the date. It was October 7th, 2023 against Georgia Tech and Haynes King. All he had to do, Trysta, was take a knee. My son was playing Madden earlier today. He took a knee at the end of the game because that's what you do.
Yeah.
He runs a play and they fumble and they lose the game. So that's my concern.
Man.
But there's so much talent, man. Like Cam Ward is awesome. I think he might end up being a first-round pick that nobody's talking about. He completed 65% of his passes, 48 touchdown passes in 2 seasons at Washington State. Now he's got all these guys to play with. I am doing it with Miami, but I won't be shocked if I'm kicking myself.
You're going to do it? You're doing it again?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm all in on Miami.
He doesn't learn his lessons. You know this.
I'm all in on Miami, almost like by default in the ACC, though. Now, watch what will happen this year is Clemson will win all those games that they cost me money on last year.
Yes.
Like, they'll have a field goal kicker that could hit a field goal from 32 yards. You know, Cade Klubnik won't get strip sacked against Florida State, about to go up 14 in the second half. But I can't do it with any of those. Like, I don't trust anybody in the ACC.
Jets, Chargers, Miami, college football. That's what it is for Ryan.
Yeah.
Every year we can bank on those 3.
I am going back to the Jets and the Canes, not the Chargers this year. This year's wait and see.
Well, you finally got off of the Angels winning the division a couple of years ago.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You moved off of that.
Yeah.
Now you're getting off the Chargers. Now you get off this.
And
It's
the
just
Phillies.
one by one. You just move off of it little by little and realize you've counted on them long enough.
Yeah, they're just like, I mean, like on paper, dude, the damn Chargers, that was a perfect team on paper 3 years ago. I mean, we don't need to talk
Yeah, like
I hate him. I hate him.
It's just eating away at him right now. Yeah, Miami's win total's 9.5 though, so I mean the under's juiced all the way to minus 155. So that kind of tells you at least what we're looking at for the season. But you're right, Cam Ward, a very popular pick to win the Heisman as well. So you at least, if you have great quarterback play, you know you always have a chance, whether it's the NFL or it's college, doesn't really matter. But we've heard this time and time again when it comes to Miami, Mario, and then every year you go, oh, never mind, that Mario there in Miami. Not as good as you are. Your job, clearly. We were talking about this last segment. I'm curious to see where you are now. Miami, a very popular play to win the ACC this year. And we know every year Mario Cristobal has been there. The expectations, turn the program around. Now you got Cam Ward. Are you on the side of Miami's a good play? Miami's got a shot to finally turn that thing around this year? Or are you still, not in on Miami?
All right, so first off, it's good to see my favorite people in the world. Thank you so much for having me back. And number 2, I actually do believe in Miami this year, which scares the heck out of me, right? Like, because it's like, okay, we've all fallen for that over the last 20 years. But you know what? At some point, somebody's going to turn this thing around, and I think that the conference as a whole is definitely winnable. I mean, you're going to want to take a look, up north, Florida State, right? But I think that Miami can do this thing. So, yes. Put me in. All right, I'm down. What is that, the 305? Yeah, count me in. Let's go.
Yeah, they're plus 400 to win the ACC. I'm a little scared about it. What's your thoughts, though, on Clemson and what they need to continue to do to sort of recapture the magic that they had back in the day where we saw Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson? Is it as simple as Cade Klubnik actually becoming the guy?
Well, that would certainly help. You know what? Like, we're in this Wild West era right now of the no law NIL rules, right? And you're seeing teams that are going crazy spending money. And I think that Dabo Swinney, like, Clemson got to him and said, hey, we know that you don't like this. Stop talking negatively about it because no one wants to come here, right? So, look, I'm kind of down on Clemson. I know that they have talent, and Dabo Swinney obviously has rings on his fingers, but I'm just not in. I think that Dabo has one foot out the door. I think he's just waiting for a reason to go. And I think that, him not getting that Alabama job, and not that he was, like, going over there, to interview for it, but, like, that was kind of always the thing. Now that that's gone, I'm out.
Alan, I want to get your thoughts on Bama and the SEC, but let's talk about the big dogs to start things off. And Nico Maliava, who I bet to win Heisman
Good
at
job.
16-1.
You've been practicing, haven't you?
Now it's down to 15-1. I like that wide receiver room a lot. I love Heupel. I wasn't a big Joe Milton fan, which is why I love this preseason, man, where like everybody wants to see Joe Milton, the guy that cost me like $1,600 last season. But I think Tennessee might be a sleeper team, man, and they're 14-1 to win the SEC. What do you think about Tennessee this season?
Tennessee's going to be a pretty good team, right? Like, Josh Heupel's done his job in regards to getting actual big-body dudes on the team. That was always the biggest problem, is that they'd have a couple of them, the defensive line, linebackers, whatever, but there was no depth. There's finally depth. The defense actually might be better than the offense, and I think the offense is going to be pretty good. Now, great job on the pronunciation of Nico right there.
Oh,
that
man.
was 5-star right there, I'll tell you that. Look, Nico's going to have some good moments, and he's going to have some rookie moments, right? Like, this is going to be his first year fully as the dude, and he does have receivers everywhere. I'll tell you this, in the state of Tennessee, you can't bet prop bets on college players, but if there are anybody out there in states that can, watch for tight ends named Ethan, all right, for Tennessee. They are going to get serious work all season long. But, yeah, Tennessee's going to be pretty good, and I think the SEC is somewhat open. Kalen DeBoer is going to do a good job with Alabama. They're going to do a good job, but Georgia's going to be there. Florida's not. Not a bad bet at all, man.
Yeah, let's piggyback off that Alabama little statement that you made right there. They're, I believe, a little bit better than even money to make the playoff. Do you think that's a realistic expectation year one for Kalen DeBoer?
100%. I absolutely do. He knows exactly what time it is. He knows that he has to come in and win. And I kind of like, we all talked about what would it be like for the person who had to follow Nick Saban at Alabama. Disaster of just a job. Nobody would want that. This guy wanted it, right? And he understands I have to come in, and he likes the pressure, and he wants to live up to it. And they've got talent all over the board. And Alabama's spending money with anybody else. And they're recruiting well, and he's going to get the offense going. That's the scary part, is that now you've got an Alabama team that can score a lot. Not that they couldn't the last couple of years, but Alabama's going to be Alabama. I like that play a whole lot. If you're going to play a future, 100%, man, because there's going to be some SEC teams that everybody's going to hype up that they'll fizzle at the end. Bama won't. They'll be good.